I have to explain more about the evolution theory. The beings were created from an intelligent, extraordinary wisdom. The genes bring characteristics of intelligence also from their parents. So if the creations took place through an immense wisdom, wisdom is perfect. There can't be any defects, any dumbness in the wisdom. The wisdom is free from defilements, free from egoism. Now, according to the scientists, according to their explanation about a tiny being was first created, and then the legs, hands, and other organs were created afterwards, then the first creation is not a perfect one. First creation is not a perfect one, therefore other organs were created, other parts of the beings were created later, subsequently. So imagine that, think that if it was created by a wisdom, by an extraordinary supernatural wisdom, can it be an unperfect one? It has to be a perfect creation because it was created by the wisdom. The extraordinary wisdom, the universal wisdom, is perfectly creating the beings first. The created beings were perfect. They have immense capacity, wisdom. They are perfect. So no defects in those. You don't need to correct them because everything emerged through the wisdom only. So universe had a supreme plan to create a perfect being. So after that, after setting up the plan, then the flesh, blood and the masses were added into it. That structure, the molding will never change. Molding is a perfect creation. The molding was created first. So those beings are perfect. These beings are free from defilements. They don't have any egoism. And also, according to Aganya Sutra, the Lord Buddha has explained how the beings came to the earth. In this sutra, this explains how the beings came to the earth. They came from some Brahma planes. They emerged, the first beings emerged through the Brahma planes, and from there they came to the earth. So they were Brahma beings. And those beings, the earliest beings who came to the earth, they had immense capacity. They were so pure. Their minds were also pure. No egoism. Therefore the first beings, the Brahma beings, they were perfect when it comes to the earth also. But afterwards, because of their egoism, the egoism grew up, and their minds were filled with defilements. So because of those reasons, they have come to the present situation now, today, full of egoism. So that Brahma level is disappeared now. That is why we need to purify our mind, liberate from egoism, liberate from defilements. Then we have to go to Brahma beings level. Now for a simple example, let's say we buy a brand new car. When we buy the brand new car, for the first 5 years it will function at its optimum. But after 5 years, you need to replace some parts. Then you can't expect the original efficiency from the vehicle, because it's been destroyed after 5 years. So first 5 years in the brand new car shows its the fullest efficiency. So like that, when it comes to the origin of beings also, the same thing. A perfect creation cannot take place through an imperfect creation, because it started from the wisdom. So wisdom is perfect. So we have to consider, when we are explaining the evolution theory, introducing the evolution theory, we have to think about those things. We have to consider all those factors. We have to consider about the Earth's rotation, the growth, the time, all those things, and the wisdom, genetic technology. We have to consider all that. Because the scientists did not consider about the growth and the Earth's rotation at all when they were introducing the evolution theory. So that's why it's an incomplete one. That's why it's a fake theory. Nobody can break this evolution theory. This is the ultimate truth of all of us. These beings are 100% perfect, and nobody can interfere into these creations, because no person is doing this. If something we create something by taking a solid rigid material and breaking it into different parts with different shapes. For an example, shape of the teeth, then shape of the jaws, shape of the eye. We take a solid material. From that material we break it, and we take separately the different pieces, and we join those things, and we create a human being. Let's say a wooden piece, and we make a man with the wooden pieces. It's not a perfect creation, because we have broken the original, the strongest, purest one. We've broken that and made a new one. So the new one is the weaker one. And it's not a smooth creation, it's a rough creation. But these are smooth, perfect creations, starting from a unique origin, and everything has come to this stage. So universe doesn't do like that. Universe doesn't create the eye at some place and the nose at one place, the teeth and the jaws at different places, and universe didn't join those. Because now when we consider our physical body, we know that all those parts are interconnected. So if those were created separately and connected, and then this full creation took place, that's not a perfect one. if as the universe started everything from a unique origin only, all those things are interconnected. And also there is a reason, for clear reason, clear unbreakable reason for every stage of the creations. You can see if you go through this clearly. So we can actually easily debunk the evolution theory. And what is the importance of this? Debunking the evolution theory and switching to this ultimate truth is you know that to purify your mind, to experience the extreme blissfulness of your mind, the supreme blissfulness of your mind, to experience the inner tranquility, ultimate happiness by learning, exploring this content. But you will never be able to experience those inner tranquility, supreme blissfulness by learning the existing evolution theory. You will never achieve that. And this content will transform you, because you are touching the universe's purest energy. By studying and exploring the present, the existing evolution theory, you will not be able to receive the universe's energy. Your wisdom never improves. It's just another information and it fills up your mind. That's it. No changes. Also, I have to say that the Brahma beings, according to Aganya Sutra, the Brahma beings were the first beings who came to the earth, and the Brahma beings exist in the Trisahasri world, in the psychic world. The psychic world was created after an infinite time, since these creations took place. So these creations, the Upavidya, the science of teeth, science of human shows and lust, all those originated a boundless time before, a long time before the Brahma beings, before creating the Brahma beings. So, and also you awaken your wisdom, and you also can go to Brahma planes and live in those planes, but those are not everlasting planes. Once your credit is over, gone, then you will fall back to other levels, definitely. So this is not the ultimate liberation. Here only you will have the ultimate liberation. These wisdom planes will never change. Once you awaken the wisdom, and once you transform to this wisdom fully, then you will never fall back to the lower stages. That's what all bodhisattvas do. All bodhisattvas practice these universal science. They acquire this wisdom. They first learn, and while they are practicing this wisdom, they need to sacrifice a lot of things. Their life, the kingdoms, the property. Not only that, the donations the boundless donation. They should do boundless donations, and while they are donating, while they are practicing this, they should have extreme. They should be able to bear up extreme sufferings, and also they should have extreme patience levels, and also they should be able to they should be able to, they should have boundless mercy about all these living beings, and also with mental strenuous. So with those qualities only, with those things only, they get the power, extreme energy to acquire this wisdom. Not by just donating the physical materials, not only that. So those things are also very, very important for them. And when we are explaining this content, we actually do time traveling, because nobody can predict that when did all these creations take place in the universe. As I explained before also, these universal sciences established before the very first Buddha, even before the very first Buddha. So we can't say how many Buddhas lived in the past. So before the very first Buddha only, this started to create universal sciences. We go to this wisdom level and explain. So that's called time traveling. And the other thing is, when you all are studying this, you need to recall and reflect this content. But your mind is full of egoism and defilements. So purify those things. So free from those defilements and egoism. And how the best way, I should explain, how should you recall and reflect this content, extraordinary content, is you study a small portion of this, start from the universe's origin, and that's the order. Now when you are trying to understand, explore this, you can, the best position is the walking position. You can walk, while walking you can recall this content. When you are walking, your full body is awakened. You don't fall sleepy while walking. And you connect with the universe this way. So you can go to these planes. So that's the way. Walking is a very good position to awaken your wisdom. And these are eternal sciences. You have heard about infinite number of past Buddhas. During all those Buddhas' times, the human beings lived. All human beings had the same body structure, same molding. Even though the earth and other planets were fully destroyed, time to time again those were created, but with the same structure. That's because this wisdom exists at the universe's origin. This content, this wisdom will never be destroyed. It exists forever. So when your brain awakens, these universal sciences are in your brain. So when this energy, the wisdom is awakened, you also go to those planes and exist eternally. If you have a blissful mind, a peaceful, calm mind, then you can absorb this content easily. So as this content transcends the world, this content never generates, never produces any defilements, any egoism. Because now see, no physical bodies. This is the origin of the physical creations. So how can the defilements, egoism be generated from this kind of an extraordinary wisdom? And so this is a very, so that much profound pure content is unveiled through this. So while you are learning this now, in your walking position, you can recall and reflect. So you will experience extreme blissfulness. It's like, now you know about Kasina meditation. Kasina meditation in techniques. In that Kasina meditation, you select some object or a picture and you take that picture into the mind. You will be at a certain stage, you will be able to observe that object, Kasina object, through your mind. You are closing your eyes and meditating, so it comes to your mind. So then your mind and that meditation object both merge together, becomes one thing, and that's called dhyana. And a higher level of wisdom, a profound state. And not only this content, even when you are to understand this content, to understand universal sciences, you should start from the universe's origin and from the force cube. When you experience the force cube, after that only you can understand the universal sciences. How do you experience the force cube is, now you can go through the lessons. When you study these lessons, you will come to know about the force cube and its creation. Then your mind starts working on it. You can, while walking, you can reflect about the force cube creations, how the steps go ahead to create the full force cube. Then at a certain higher dhyana level, when your mind is purified, then mind is calm and purified, then you attain a extremely profound dhyana state, dhyana level. In that level, your mind and the force cube become one thing. So that is where you truly experience the force cube. So your mind goes off and it is replaced by the force cube. In that's a profound dhyana. In that higher level of wisdom, dhyana level, you will experience the enlightenment. You will experience the taste of the universe. Actually, the taste of the enlightenment. The Lord Buddha has mentioned that the enlightenment has an extreme taste, boundless taste, so that you can experience by experiencing the force cube. The force cube is the boundless wisdom. You can experience taste the universe, taste the boundless wisdom of the universe. That experience you will never gain from any physical thing in the world. You will never gain. Then from there onwards you transform to an eternal being, because the force cube is an eternal creation. So your mind is your consciousness is replaced by the force cube. Your six senses are replaced by the force cube. Your six senses are liberated, and then after that the force cube is acting instead of the six senses. Then after that you can absorb this content, because that is how the universe created all these things, starting from the force cube. After experiencing the force cube, time to time you can go to that wisdom level. That's a wisdom plane. Time to time you can go to that wisdom plane. And not only that, if you want to understand, if you want to clear out any phenomena in the universe, in the world, if you want to know the ultimate truth of anything, then you can go to that wisdom plane. You can go to the force cube, because it's the Lord Buddha's wisdom, omniscient wisdom. You go there and then you can look at that incident or that event through the force cube. So you will be able to understand, realize the ultimate truth of that event, because Lord Buddha was able to explain any event, to understand any incident happening in the world, because he has the omniscient wisdom, extraordinary wisdom. So that wisdom, the origination of that wisdom is the force cube. So we also can awaken. It's a golden opportunity for everyone. You also can set up a determination, a strong determination to experience the force cube. This is a very rare opportunity for you to listen to this content. You have the opportunity and use it and experience the eternity.